Welcome back to my next playthrough series, which is a continuation of the last one, Adventure Tactics Domianne's Tower. If you've not watched the first series, we're going to be getting into another mission here. I'm calling it Mission 2. If you'd like to watch the first campaign series, Mission 1, the beginning of it all, I will put a link in the description of this video for Adventure Tactics Domianne's Tower Mission 1, and you can watch all of that. And then you can come back and watch this series. But if you're continuing on, welcome back. And at the end of Mission 1, we got to do rest and investigate. So we're going to take a quick look at this, and we're going to keep continuing on with Adventure Tactics. It says you find an important looking note on one of the goblins. It looks encrypted and is sealed with the crest of a noble family that you don't recognize. You may also spend time with some of the local merchants before departing town. So we got a little bit of a respite here because we did a really good job of completing the last mission. So we end up getting an encrypted note. And the encrypted note comes from the supply items, of course. Encrypted note, if you have both the codex and the encrypted note, move the decrypted note from supply items to party items. Well, we don't have the codex. So what we have for our party items is we do have one bag of gold, and we have a sewer key, and now on the goblin we have found an encrypted note. So that's what we have. So let's carry on here. Heroes will receive encrypted note. Got that. Boom. It's none of our party items. Heroes may sell equipment cards or party items for one bag of gold apiece. Add any cards sold to the market. I think we're going to hang on to everything right now. We don't have a ton of stuff, so we're going to hang on to it. And then it says heroes may exchange one bag of gold to do any one of these things. We do have a bag of gold. We're going to exchange it. Let's see what our options are. We can receive any one item from the market. We're not going to do that. We can add a healing potion. We're not going to do that. We can add a sewer key. We already have one. Not going to do that. But we can decrypt the encrypted note. So for 1 gold, we're going to pay a gold, and we're going to decrypt the encrypted note, if I can speak properly. So we're going to pay a gold to have this thing decrypted, and that's going to go to 4 below, which is right here. So let's take a look at that. The other thing would be to draw 2 random market perks, and you can buy one of them for the 1 bag of gold, and if you purchase the wagon. So we're not going to do that. We want to, let's figure out what's going on with this note. We have no idea. So let's check it out. We're going to look right here. Alright, so continuing the story, it says the note reads, capture the red-haired freckled girl from the orphanage. She must be unharmed. Meet me under the Capitol, Lady V. The seal belongs to the noble Griffin House, a powerful family in the kingdom's capital. Add decrypted note. We're going to go from supply items to party items. So we now have the decrypted note. It says proceed to encounter 4, decrypt the note in the campaign guide. Well, this is Adventure 4. So we've decrypted it. And so we're here. So this is going to just become part of our party items, and we can continue on. Party items to supply items. Boom. Continue the story. If you do not have the Child of Destiny, we don't, and have not completed the encounter already, you may pursue the goblins. Rescue the baby. Go to page 5 on page 10. Otherwise, heroes receive a random non-story perk from supply perks. Return to the campaign guide where you previously left off. You know what? Let's go ahead and try and rescue the baby. We know what's going on now. Some Child of Destiny stolen from the orphanage. We're going to pursue them. So we're going to go to page 5, or go to 5, sorry, on page 10. Alright, so we're going to look at the setup for Pursue the Goblins. It says you quickly catch up to the goblins by nightfall as they were not expecting pursuit. You find them deeply entranced in some dark ritual and take them by surprise. One of you grabs the baby when several dark wispy figures materialize. A cacophonous chorus of sibilant voices hiss, "Give us the child." You quickly realize this isn't a fight you can win against both goblins and foul conjured apparitions. You must flee. Alright, so special. At the beginning of the counter, choose one hero to be designated the childbearer. I think Tolban's going to be our childbearer since he's working on being a ninja. And he takes the child token, places it by their player mat, which is this one right here. So we're going to give that to Tolban to start off with. On their turn, the childbearer may take an action to discard 1 card to make a hero within range 2, the new childbearer. Hero adjacent to the childbearer may take an action to discard 1 card to become the new childbearer. When the child is passed, the new childbearer token goes to the character. And if the childbearer is knocked out, encounter immediately ends. And failure. So if we can get the childbearer to the safe zone, which is 4 tiles, you'll see this in a second once I set the board up, we will win the scenario. And the bonus objective is if all heroes can make it. Oh my god, the race, they are nasty. They've got 4 health for 3-player, and then we have harassers with 3 health, and we have the goblin champion at 10 health. We'll see that all set up. So their basic attack is a black die, target 1. Wow, target is moved 1 square away from the wraith. Moved 1 square away, it doesn't say pushed. So I think we get the choice there. Passive ability, Shapeless Void. Wraiths may move through heroes and enemies. Yikes. Bound to serve. Whenever the wraith is defeated, it heals to its maximum hit points and returns to its starting squares. They have spawn points. Wow. And they're targeting the childbearer. If a wraith cannot reach the childbearer with their movement, they move 3 squares to toward the childbearer. If they can reach another hero with the remaining 1 movement, then they'll do so. Okay, Goblin Harassers. Passive ability, Harangue. Heroes adjacent to a Goblin Harasser may not take a basic move action. Ooh, that's not good. So they get stuck there, and they target the closest hero. Goblin Champion has an ability called Net, 1 damage, and it's a range of 4. Target is slowed till they take an action to discard a card for no effect. So they try to net you, and he's probably going to be targeting, well, he targets, does it say who he targets? Oh, targets a childbearer. Passive ability, Harangue. Heroes adjacent to the Goblin Champion may not make a basic move action. So we are going to be having to slog our way with the child through the map, get to the safe zone if we can. Alright, I'm going to set up the board. You can have a look at everything. And then we're going to set up our characters, and that'll be the end of our episode for today. It's going on quite a long time. And I have to zoom about 6 miles away just to try and get the map in. So we got 4 tiles this time. We're starting off here. We got a wraith behind us. I'm putting little dice out here to designate the hit points of the critters because I just don't have enough table space. This thing is a table space hog. If you try to play with 5 characters, I honestly don't even know how you do it. So this is the layout. We have to get to the final 2 tiles at the back here to win the game. We have to get the child to the final 2 tiles way at the back. And we read all the special abilities for the race and for the little thugs. Now little thug guys only have 3 hit points, and we waste them, they're gone. So that's not a big deal. Alright, that's the layout of the board. We start here. I put Tolbin, and then Oulette, and then our fighter Roberta, 3 in a row here. We got a wraith right behind us. Now let's get setting up. So we're going to take a look at Tolbin, then Oulette, and then Roberta, see where we're set up, and then we're going to wrap up our episode for today. It's gone on quite long enough for the setup. And as you can see, the table space is getting sucked up pretty heavily. So we've got Tolbin here. He has a total of 9 hit points because he's leveled up. So that's what he's got, the child, and we're going to give him the parry as his basic ability. I put the 20-sided die here to designate his maximum hit points. He has Nimble, which is awesome. At the end of your turn, you may move 1 additional square, and Blink. Once per turn, you may use 1 point of movement to move diagonally. Hopefully that's going to have him run across the field like a rugby player. So we're going to shuffle his hand. He's going to get 4 cards to start. We can mulligan it if we don't like what we find. So let's find out 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to take a look and see what he's starting with. A basic attack. Teleport, exchange positions with another hero. When you're damaged, reduce damage by 1. Now we can play these from our hand as well as play an action to put them down. So that's kind of cool to have. And Fireball. He has no movement. None at all. So you know what? We're gonna mulligan it because he's got no movement. I'm gonna shuffle behind. We need him to move. He's got the baby. He's got to be able to move. So that's. I mean, he could teleport with someone who can move a lot. All right, let's try this again. Then we have to keep this hand. We have no choice. Ooh, this is brutal. All right, so he has. Well, he gets his arcane shield. Make a basic move. Sidestep. Okay, we like that. Basic attack and exchange positions. Okay, we have to take it. That's going to be his starting hand. Let's go over now to Oulette and see her setup for the beginning of this mission. Alright, so here we have Oulette. She's a level 2 archer now. I put all the slowed tokens on her board. It doesn't mean anything. It's just some effects in the game will have character slowed. I think she's got a card that lets her shoot someone and slow them. So these are the slowed tokens. And she's starting off with make a basic move. Her sidestep class feature. And yeah, so, oh boy. So she's got Scout. After the initiative order has been set, you may move your hero up or down one spot, and always prepared. +1 maximum hand size. So she's always going to have 5 cards in her hand instead of 4. All right, let's see. She gets to draw 5 cards, so that's cool. Shuffle up her deck. Maybe she can go first and wipe out those 2 sort of goblin thugs right at the front. That would be awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the bonus 5. So that I like to see. All right, she's got point blank shot. Well, not necessarily. She's got basic move, basic attack, make 2. Oh yes, this is the one we want. And oh my God, volley of arrows, area of effect 1. So I don't know if you can see all. This is an awesome starting hand for Oulette. We're keeping it. All right, up last, our fighter, who took a level of rogue on her way to champion. Let's take a look at Roberta. All right, here's Roberta. She has 13 hit points to start with. She has tough +3, and she also has nimble. At the end of your turn, you may move 1 additional square. So again, the bonus objective is if we can get all 3 heroes to the end zone, we get that bonus win. So let's get shuffling up her cards. And she's got her healing. She can either heal, or when you're damaged you heal, and that's just a once per mission card and it goes away. But she does have another class feature in possibly coming up, which is avoid 1 attack. I think the rogue one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, we can mulligan this if we do not like what we see. Ignore the basic attack. All right, charge. We wanted to see charge, a shank, and a basic, basic attack. I think we're going to go ahead and keep this. I think we're going to go ahead and keep those cards. So that's going to be everyone's set up for being in the mission. I think we've got time to draw out the initiative order. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and that's going to end off our episode for today. And then when we come back the next day, a day or 2 from now, we will get into the first turn. All right, so initiative order, the all-important initiative order, the bag of excitement here. That's got 2 enemy tokens and a token for each one of our heroes. And first up we have, all right, he's got the baby runner. Yeah, he's going to sprint out of the gate. Tolban. All right, up next we have, all right, Oulette. Ooh, I think we want to have Oulette flip places with Tolban. Or no, it won't matter. Up next we have an enemy. Enemy turn. Okay. Not terrible. And then we have, oh boy, the enemy's going to go twice there. Yeah. All right, and then last up, of course, is our fighter, Roberta. Okay, there we have it. That is our turn order. That's where we're going to begin. When we come back next time, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. We'll have a little bit closer look at the map and wrap it up for today. All right. Oh, and I should also mention there is a 10-card enemy deck, Wraith deck, that gets shuffled as well. And this is the enemy movement. So it's going to tell us how the enemy moves and what they do. And of course, we start out with 2 revive potions. But again, well, we can use them. It's just if the child bearer gets knocked out, it's game over for this mission. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. So here's our turn order. Here's where we set first 2 tiles. We're going to have Tolban going first, or Oulette might go first. I don't think it's going to matter. Problem is we got Roberta pulling up the rear, but that's okay. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, and likes. This is Adventure Tactics. We're continuing on Domianne's Tower. We're trying to get there and complete our complete campaign. This is the 2nd mission. We're beginning here today, and I'm pretty excited about it. So we got our characters all leveled up, and we are ready to run the baby like a football all the way down to the end zone and hopefully escape. And the wraiths, just once you kill them, they just pop back on their spawn points. Each one starts on their respective spawn points. And yeah, I put the little dice out there to try and keep track of their hit points. A little bit easier for me to do. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Adventure Tactics, Domianne's Tower. We're doing mission 2, just pursue the goblins. We'll see you next time.